Oh my God. Hold on 1 second, man. Shit. Okay. Okay. All right. You know, I've been deprived for the last like 4 years. Damn, I got to take this. Hold on 1 second. Okay. You know, hold on 1 second, man. It's pretty cold out there, bruh. It's pretty cold out there. It's cold out there. Let me say something real quick, man. I've been deprived for the last like 4 years of my life, man. You guys know my story. You know, my one and only wish though, my one and only wish is to be able to have sex anytime I feel like it. That's my one and only wish, man. I feel like that a man should not be deprived of sex, period. And that's what these American females are good at. They're good at depriving you of sex. My one and only wish, you know, is to have sex anytime I want to. And you're going to have to be successful if you want that dream to come true. Now, there is some sacrifice involved, man. You got to sacrifice things if you want to become a success in life, man. It's going to take a lot of hard work and dedication, but it's worth it in the end because the objective is to be able to have sex whenever you feel like it. A lot of guys don't get that, man. That's why they ask me questions about, man, Killcat, man, you know, I'm not having sex out here, you know, how can I be a sugar daddy? And and stuff like that. You ask me questions like that, man, and I'm gonna tell you the same every single time. You have to get resources first and then leave this country. Period. There's nothing else to say after that, man, because I feel like a lot of guys are just not getting it. I just think a lot of guys, they think like females here in America are gonna go back to the way they were 10 years ago, and they're gonna return back to being submissive. They're gonna kiss your feet once again, because once before, back in the day, females used to kiss your feet. They used to kiss your fucking goddamn ass and shit, give you compliments and stuff like that. They don't happen. That don't happen like that no more with these American females. Okay. So, but my thing is, like I said before, my one and only wish is to be able to have sex whenever I feel like it. And I feel like overseas is the place for me. Overseas is the place for that. If you want to be able to have sex whenever you feel like it. Why do you think a lot of men are fucking going abroad? They see what's happening here in America. They know that these females' standards are way too motherfucking high, and these females are not dishing out sex like they used to. They're not. The other day, I had an American woman tell me that she didn't want to fucking uh, 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 just have sex with me. She don't want to know friends with benefits. And I said, damn, okay. But these foreign women, they will have sex with benefits because they're fucking hot and horny like a motherfucker. I told you the foreign woman's sexual energy is so fucking goddamn fierce and so fucking strong that I gotta calm her down. These females out here are very sexually active, bruh. I talk to a female every now and then. She gets naked for me, man. You see what I'm saying? She gets naked. She's not being fucked out there. She's not being fucked out there. I told you guys this. A lot of American or non-American females, these foreign women females, these foreign women, they're not being touched out there by their men. They're not. And they don't look bad at all, bro. We got sevens out there that are struggling to get a man in Thailand and in Colombia, because there's so many women to compete with. That's why there's so many beautiful women to compete with. That's why a lot of these females have problems in the dating world out there. Okay, but I feel like I've been deprived. Back to what I was saying about my story, man. I have been deprived for years and years of female intimacy. If I invest my money right and I travel abroad, I can get my life back to the way it was before the dating apps. Because I feel like the dating apps have a lot to do with this, man. And they do. Matter of fact, they do. I don't feel, I know. I know they have a lot to do with a lot of like sexual frustration out here, man. I know they do. You know what I'm saying? So I have I haven't had a good sex life in like I don't know how long, bro, because of American women. I haven't had a good sex life in like at least I don't know, like maybe my last good sex life was before 2012, before Tinder and Bumble. Once Tinder and Bumble hit the scene, my sex life went down the drain. Okay, so now I feel like I need to redeem myself. I feel like I can beat the odds and come out on top, man. That's why I say, man, get your passports whenever you can. There's no need to suffer here anymore, man. You don't know, you know what? Like I said before, man, American women, they got sex dangling over you like a fucking Scooby snack. That's what they do, man. Nowadays, they negotiate sex and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like, come on, man. Really? You know what I'm saying? They use sex as a tool out here in America now. You go to different countries like Thailand, bruh, sex is like normal to them. They want to have sex. These females in Thailand, they want you to bust nuts inside of their vagina, man. They want you to bust nuts inside of their mouth. They love fucking sex out there, bruh. I'm talking to these females in Thailand, bruh. I ain't never had so much sexual energy come toward me, and I don't know how long, bruh. I am not fucking lying, bruh. The sexual energy that I'm feeling from these Thailand women is like the sexual energy in the American woman before the date naps. After the date naps hit the scene here in America, these females ran with that shit. They ran with it. And then they using it against you, man. So you got to say, okay, I'm out. You guys don't want to get rid of these date naps? We got to switch countries, baby. You see what I'm saying? So you're being deprived of sex. That's something that's natural that you're supposed to have as a man. Not no man supposed to be struggling out here, bruh. No man supposed to be struggling with sex out here. So guess what you got to do? Hit the motherfucking passport gang. I've been looking at was it international passport or some shit like that? That guy, and he be telling the truth about these American women and how fucking entitled and how snobby and how fucking stupid these females really are. And don't forget delusional. A lot of them are delusional. They seeing things that's not there and shit. You know, I know what? I've been deprived, bro. I'm gonna be honest. I haven't had a good sex life in so long. It was nice to have sex the other night because I haven't had sex in like a year. Okay, I haven't had sex in like a year. It was nice to have sex with that one chick inside that hotel. I mean, she grabbed me inside that hotel and started feeling on my dick. I had to go to work. I had to fuck that pussy, man. You see what I'm saying? A lot of motherfuckers don't get it, man. Look, man, I'm not a bad looking dude. I was getting a lot of women before social media showed up on the scene, okay? I was getting pussy on a regular. And then when social media showed up, I was getting like 3 or 4 girls like every year. I went from getting 10 girls in one year to 3 or 4, and every now and then, every other month I'll find something. You know what I'm saying? But I couldn't keep them because of social media. Social media has gave these females so many options that a lot of these females, they find themselves not calming down, easily. They find themselves very picky and shit with the men and shit. So you guess what you got to do? You got to go abroad. Look, like I said before, man, I can get women here in America. I just had some pussy the other night, but I feel like somebody's controlling my sex life. It's not like I'm in control. You know what I'm saying? Like I told you, man, you are being controlled and you're being targeted. You know, they don't want certain people to procreate, you know, in this country, man. And guess what you got to do? You got to counter these motherfuckers, man. You got to counter whatever they throwing at you. You see what I'm saying? That's the only way to defeat your enemies. Your enemies making it hard for you. Guess what you got to do? You got to go abroad. You got to go abroad, bruh. I'm telling you time and time again, these American women are not going to change. They're not. And don't think that they will. And you're going to self improve just to get a land well? Fuck all that shit, man. These fucking dating coaches, they full of shit, man. They full of shit. Talking about, man, you need to do this, step your game up and talk like this with them and try to be a certain way with these females and talk to them a certain way and know what to say and have game and nah, fuck all that. Fuck that. Fuck that. Fuck that. My passport is all the game I need, bruh. Tomorrow, oh man, you just going over there for the women. That's all, cause you can't get no pussy in America. In my case, I can get pussy. It's the quality, okay? But some men are having trouble getting women in this country. Some men are having problems getting pussy. Some men are having difficulty speaking to these females. Okay? You gotta make sure you stay on that grind, man. You gotta make sure you stay on that grind. You can't like give up on yourself. I see a lot of defeated dudes out here. I'm seeing a lot of dudes who are sexually fucking starved. You know. But back to my story, man. I've been deprived of female intimacy for so long, and I hate this country for that. I hate that the leadership just don't give a fuck about the people. And that's what's going on right now. They don't give a fuck about you, man. They're in love with the money. They're in love with, getting um getting their fucking bills paid and their fucking pockets fattening and shit like that, man. That's all they care about in this country. They don't care about nothing else. And if you're having problems in America, don't be bitter. Don't be mad. Don't get mad. Get even by getting your passport, because that's the only way you're gonna fucking become a happy individual. That's the only way you're gonna become happy as a man, is getting that passport and flying overseas so you can have a better life, dating wise, and a better quality of life. I mean, a better quality of life, because the dollar out in these countries will stretch so goddamn far. Why you think a lot of men are moving to like Colombia? There's a lot of brothers who are packing up bags and just moving there. It's like there's gonna be a whole lot of black men in fucking Colombia soon because of the fucking bullshit that's over here in this country. This is not the only country to live in. You see what I'm saying? This is not the only country to live in. You have to fucking vacate the premises. Now, in order for you to move to these countries, bruh, in order for we gotta be financially fit. Don't go to these countries all broke, bruh. You will hop your ass back on this fucking plane. Okay, you'll be back over here in America with these American women again, dealing with their bullshit. You got to be financially fit. A lot of guys are pretty much losing material. They're broke 100% of the time. So these guys are not gonna fucking move out there. They're just defeated. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you don't have that defeated mindset, get your passport. Start looking at countries where you want to live in. Start coming out with Bitcoin and all these other like things to invest in, so that way you'll have income coming in while you're living in these other countries. Don't like don't sleep on Bitcoin and all these other coins that they got out here, this cryptocurrency. You know what I'm saying? Don't sleep on that shit, bro. Get on that shit. A lot of niggas sleep on that shit. I try to tell my nephew, you know, about when I'm doing with the lotto and stuff like that. This nigga sleeping on that shit, bro. Nigga sleeping on that shit. I sent him a video for some secrets on how to beat the lottery and shit like that. He's sleeping. He still haven't checked it out. Sent it to him like a week ago. And I'm like, God damn, how many fucking sleeping motherfuckers do we got in this country, bro? It's like some niggas are just not smart, period. Some niggas is dumb. They don't want to work smart. It's like, why are you out here beating a dead horse? That's the question, bro. Why you out here in America and you're basically beating a dead horse? That's what you're doing, because you're running around in circles, bro. You're pretty much up on that hamster wheel, just not going anywhere. You're not gonna say, "Hey, wait a minute. this hamster wheel is not working. I'm not getting anywhere. Let me get off of it. Let me do something different. Nah, but you got some motherfuckers out here that will be up on that hamster wheel, and then they up on the hamster wheel, and they don't want to try to change so they could get off the hamster wheel. They're like, nah, man, I'm good with this. Let me keep running on this hamster wheel. I'm exercising, man. And then before you know it, nigga, they 60 years old. You see what I'm saying? They 60 years old, getting off the hamster wheel. It's already too late, motherfucker. You about to die in about 10 or 15 years. You see what I'm saying? Ain't too many people living past 75 nowadays. And if you live past 75, consider yourself lucky. But by the time you pretty much be old as shit, your life is pretty much done. You see what I'm saying? I'm glad I found out how to do my thing right now while I'm still young, because once I get some money in my pocket, I'm heading overseas. I'm done with this country, bro. The money will go further overseas anyway, bro. And you will never ever find or have problem finding a girlfriend or sex, period. You see what I'm saying? You know, I back to what I was saying about myself, man. I have been deprived of love or intimacy, or I've been deprived of being in a relationship. I haven't been able to find a relationship within the last like 4 years. Everything has been a hit and run thing. Now, in the last 4 years, I have had sex. I'm not gonna lie, but it's been a hard time trying to keep females by my side. You know what I'm saying? And when I get these females, in the past, they saw the desperation in my fucking face, man. That's why I scared them away. I would try to get them in fucking relationships really quickly. You know what I'm saying? Like I said before, females can smell the fucking desperation, on your ass. And they'll get away from you. Oh, this guy's desperate. Get the fuck out of here. Now that's what I agree with. I agree with what's his name? Alpha male strategies. I agree with him on that. That American women, not just American women, but women in general, could smell a desperate guy from a mile away. And if they deal with you, they're okay. This guy's desperate. He don't have no options. They can just tell this motherfucker's desperate just by the way you are with them, how needy and greedy you are with them. You see what I'm saying? So I nowadays I try not to look desperate. You see what I'm saying? I try to be cool. But nowadays, like I said before, even though I mean nowadays I'm not even focused on women like that no more like I used to. Now I'm talking about here in America. You know what I'm saying? I'm more focused on women overseas. You see what I'm saying? They the one giving me all the action and shit. They the ones taking their clothes and panties off, letting me see their body and shit. You see what I'm saying? They let me see this shit. I was looking at this 22-year-old female body today. She was gorgeous, bruh. This bra's a 7 in looks. She's a 7 in looks. You see what I'm saying? Bruh, you gotta get your passport, or you're gonna be deprived. And nobody gives a fuck about me, man. That's what I learned. Nobody gave a fuck about me, bruh. And so when I get money, when I get my investments done and I get money, I'm not gonna give a fuck about anybody else. Because nobody gave a fuck about me. And that's how you gotta be, bruh. Be about yourself. Be about yourself. Be about your goals, man. Live your life the way you wanna live it. Cause it could be lights out one day for you, man. And you'll be on your deathbed and regrets. I wish I would have did this. I wish I would have did that. I wish. But it's already too late. You're pretty much dead, man. This corona is everywhere right now. Any given moment, you can catch corona and die. You ever thought about that? I think about that all the time. I think about that all the time. Like the video if you can, please. You know. I think about that all the time, bro. You know, and nobody gives a fuck about a black man unless he got money. That's the only time they give a fuck about you. If you ain't got no money, nobody gives a fuck about you. It's not even like that in Thailand. If you got very little money, you'll always have friends and shit around, bro. You'll always have females around, even if you ain't got a whole lot of money. As long as you can pay the bills and shit like that, then you're good. You see what I'm saying? It's out here in America, they don't give a fuck about you, man. That's why you got to get away from this country. All the injustice stuff going on, and mistaking the fucking uh, 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 um mistaking a gun for a taser and shit like that. Like, come on, man, who you fooling? All this bullshit happening. You gotta get away from it, man. It's time to move on to a new chapter, bro. Cause I feel like I lost a lot of life, especially with the coronavirus. I felt like I have lost everything. I feel like I have lost my whole entire life. Like, I feel like um I just, you know what, man, I haven't had a girl sitting in my fucking passenger side in so long that I got like dust and dirt on my passenger side seat because I set stuff on top of it. But no female has been in that fucking passenger seat. It ain't like I got a bunch of females running after me every single day. I'm not that good looking. I'm not supposed to be that good looking. I'm 41 years old. I'm not looking as good as I used to look when I was in my 20s. When I was in my 20s, females pursued me. But nowadays, only Thai women, women abroad pursue me nowadays. So I got to go over there. Why you think that brother was moving to Colombia? The guy who got shot, he moved out there, bro. He was about to start a business and stuff out there. You know what I mean? Because he knew what was time here with these American women. He knew the time. You know, he knew what time it was. With these American women, he knew. He knew. He knew that these females wasn't gonna change, man. He went out there and he found him a girl, man. Shit. You see what I'm saying? And some motherfuckers say, well, she set him up. Nah. Females is not like that, man. They need men out there. They treat men good out there. Nah. I doubt that female set him up. You know what I'm saying? No. No. He flew all the way out there to see her, bruh. See what I'm saying? They don't do that shit out here. He had that gold chain. If he would have never had that gold chain, he would never got robbed. They saw that gold chain around his neck and they wanted it. Nah. You know, Females depend on men in other countries. That's why I say that she did not set him up. No. Because females out there, they depend on men. They need you. There's no court system, bruh, to like get your money and shit out there. That's why I say she did not set him up. There's no court system that's going to say, hey, you get his money. No, when he dies with his money, he dies with his money. His money goes to his family. You know what I'm saying? It's in his bank account. She ain't got access to that. So now she's going to have to find another guy. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm sure, if if she did set him up, she probably would have had a record by now of doing something else. Because normally when you're a crook, you're always a crook. You feel me? And she probably would have been interrogated, or police would have got to her and found out that she got a record of doing something else. You know what I'm saying? And then she would have been a suspect, but she's not a suspect. So let's put it like this, man. this country is finished. It's finished. Either you're gonna roll out or you're gonna stay here and suffer in the dating market. Simple as that. That's how I look at it, man. Like I said before, man, nobody gives a fuck about a black man unless he has resources. If you're a broke, average black man, nobody gives a fuck, especially if you're older. If you're over 35, 40 years old, there's no use for you in society no more. They're pretty much gonna throw you away. Oh, this guy ain't got his shit together. Oh, okay, fuck that shit. Move on to the next. You see what I'm saying? That's how it is out here, man. Nobody never will give a fuck about me, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Nobody ever gave a fuck about me. So I gotta give a fuck about myself, bruh. You know? I don't know why I stayed out here in California for so long. This is all my fault. I should have moved away from California. As soon as 2012 came around, I should have been gone a long time ago. I was dumb. I was stupid. I wasn't that smart back in 2013. Let me tell you, bro, I was not a smart individual. And the reason why, because I have gotten by on my looks throughout the years before 2013. Okay, before 2013, I gotten by on my looks. So after my looks had faded, after you put on weight, your face is not as tight as it used to be. Okay, you don't know what to do after that because you're so busy and so used to getting by on your looks that you just fall like flat on your face. Basically, you fall flat on your face. You see what I'm saying? So now I gotta understand that, hey, Kelcat, your looks are leaving. Now it's all about your brain. Now you can't lead with your looks anymore. Have you seen your nose? Have you seen your fucking goddamn face? It's starting to like sag. I noticed my fucking after I think it was like about 2017. I think of 2000 and when I turned 37, I started noticing my face was sagging more. And I was like, man, what the fuck is going on? My face is sagging. You see what I'm saying? And my face is not as tight as it used to be. You feel me? And I'm like, damn, looks are fade. Now you gotta use your brain now. It's all about upstairs now. The physical is leaving. So now you have to be smart. You have to be smart. Or nobody's gonna fuck with you, or nobody's gonna care about you. Be the brains of the operation, man. The looks are leaving. You cannot get out here and lead with your looks anymore. You're not that 22-year-old Hellcat or that 25, 26-year-old Hellcat. No, nah. Looks are leaving. You gotta lead with your brain. Lead with your wallet nowadays. You know what? I hate when dating coaches are talking to us like we're 22, 23 years old. I'm listening to like a lot of dating coaches videos and stuff, and they start talking about game, and then they talk down on money and stuff like that, and and they're thinking like, hey, you can get this woman with just game and talking and shit. But what about the age pill? When you ask these fucking dating coaches about the age pill, they become silent. You can't hear them. They're silent, quiet as a mouse. You know what I'm saying? They said, what about the age pill? What about how come when you're not as good looking as you used to be? What about that? Say all about gang, but they forget about, nigga, you over 40. Can't be leading with your looks when you're over 40, dummy. That's not reality. Who's leading with their looks after 40, bruh? Shit, who's leading with their looks at 50? Like you're gonna be spitting mad game with like young females at 50 years old without any bread. They're gonna tell your ass, get your old ass out of here. You're 50. You're old. You see what I'm saying? You got to cough up some money, Grandpa. You got to pay to play. That's what I learned throughout the years. No more leading, try to lead with looks. You can work out, keep your body in shape. That's about it. But when it comes to the fucking, the chase with the females, you gotta have that bread on the table, man. Simple as that. You gotta have that bread with the fucking. You gotta have that bread on the table. This as I got older, I started noticing it was a lot harder to attract the females that I liked. I tell you, it was getting a lot harder. It's getting harder and harder every single goddamn year. It ain't no joke, bruh. It's getting harder and harder. So I gotta prep for the future. It's getting harder, so get your bread right. And he won't have no struggle. The reason why a lot of guys struggle in the date market nowadays because of the age pill and they're broke. That's it. As they got older, looks start fading, and a lot of guys are delusional too. It's not just like females, but there's a lot of dudes out there that think they're still that guy that's 22 years old. They still think that they're that 25, 26-year-old guy. No, you're not no more, bruh. Go look in the mirror. Your face ain't like what it used to be. It's not as tight as it used to be. The other day I was looking at a video with Ray J, right? And it was called Sexy Canna, right? And I noticed how tight Ray J's face was back then. Dude was like an 8 in looks, okay? Ray J was about an 8 in looks. Okay. Um, Guy had a tight face. Just like we all did when we was like 20 something years old, bro. We had a tight face. Then when I looked at Ray J now, guys in his mid to late 30s, I think. Yeah. And I'm like, damn, this nigga don't look like that no more. He better be glad he got that fucking that earbud company that he got right now. He got like some earbuds out. He invested his money in earbuds, and they're doing pretty good too. He's selling pretty good. But lucky nigga, you got that. You know what I'm saying? Cause shit, man, you ain't looking like the sexy kind of motherfucker back in 2007. That shit came out, or 2008, somewhere around there. You know what I'm saying? He ain't the same motherfucker back then. He don't put on weight. You feel me? Now he still ain't. I ain't no homo. He's still fairly good looking for because it takes time for looks to like decrease and die off. Looks don't like disappear like that. It takes many years of living and for your looks to like completely fade. I say when you get to be 45, 50, that's when you start seeing, that your looks are not like, it's not like what it used to be. You know what I'm saying? But you could tell that this nigga, if he didn't have that money, he wouldn't be getting a whole lot of bitches, bro. He'd be struggling. Because he ain't that playboy he used to be. That's why you gotta understand, man. You gotta have your bread right when you get to a certain age. Only dudes who are old and don't have their bread right, yeah, they're gonna struggle in the date market. They're gonna struggle, bro. Females come, younger females come after you for the resources. They don't come after you because of your looks, man. You know what I'm saying? Especially here in America and especially in overseas. You know what I'm saying? If you're a broke motherfucker, dude, I feel sorry for you. If you're around a certain age and you broke, this is the reason why you're struggling. Your finances, bruh. You gotta get that in order. You gotta get that in check. And travel abroad, because that's gonna take money to travel abroad. You see how that guy who got shot over there in Colombia, okay? This guy, Timothy Reed, he had his bread straight before he moved out there, bruh. He brought a house where there was like $100 something thousand dollars. It was something pesos down there, but I don't know what the pesos is. But it was like 100,000. Um, he paid $100 some thousand dollars for a house down there, bruh. Straight up, he brought a house. Okay, he had his bread right before he went down there to Colombia. He had his bread right, nigga. Okay? You got to get your bread right before you go down there, for sure. Don't go down there broke, man, because you'll end up coming back here to this motherfucking hellhole. But I gotta go. You guys have a good night, man. Subscribe, like, comment, donate if you can. I don't want to keep this video going too long. Um, hit the donation button, hit the Cash App, hit the PayPal. You know what I'm saying? Buy me a dinner. You know what I'm saying? Peace that out. Take care. Good night.